Aaron Buchan, your multi-sport coach. Thanks for watching today. I've got an awesome exercise, a mobility exercise for the sacroiliac joint. Now this exercise is really good if you've got any back pain if you're a runner, because generally you work with your gait pattern, and your sacroiliac joint is in the middle of that gait pattern and it gets tightened up. It gets stuck, okay? That's where the pain comes from, because we've got no mobility through the sacroiliac joint. So today I want to show you an exercise to help free that up. You will need yourself a little strap. Now I just use a yoga strap here. So what you want to do is pop that up over your leg and bring it up inside the groin. So it's right up inside the groin, okay? And you're just going to pull that reasonably tight. You want to keep your legs straight. Okay, so now we're working on the right side. So what I want you to do is push your left foot, okay? If you've got a wall or something, you've got your feet at the end of the wall, you're gonna put pressure on that. So you're pushing your left hip down and away. You wanna keep that pressure constantly, okay? Keep that pressure constantly. And so what you're gonna do, keep a nice straight spine, okay? You don't just wanna be twisting and talking on this. Keep a nice straight spine. Draw the belly button in, so keep that core active. As you push your left foot away, lift your right hip up, and you're going to hold that for 10 seconds. 7, 6, 5, 4. Keep that pressure pushing on the left leg. 2, 1. Release the right hip down, but keep that pressure on the left leg, right? You still got pressure on that wall. And then we go up again. Pull up, pull up, pull up. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep the pressure on the left leg. Push that right hip down. Pushing, pushing, pushing. Draw the belly in. Keep the pressure on the left foot, nice and strong, and then lift that hip up. Good. Keep the head nice and straight if you can. Pull, pull, pull. So we're going to do 10-second hip hikes. We're going to do this 6 reps. Drop that down, relax, pushing on the left. It feels really good, especially if you're tight. I've just done a long bike ride and a short run, so I'm a little bit tight there, so this is great just for loosening that up. 3, 2, 1, left foot, pushing, pushing, pushing as your right hip drops down, and then the other side. Good, so I've got 2 more of these. Lift the left, right hip right up, push the left hip down and pressure on that wall. 3, 2, 1, release. Good, keep that pressure on the left, and then up we go again. Last one. You see on that last one, I really had some good movement in the hip height. It's really good at creating motor control from your hips as well. So the first couple times that you do this, 2 and 1, relax. You're going to be struggling. Okay, so once you've done 6 sets of 10 seconds, I want you just to get up, turn yourself over, push yourself up. Just do a quick walk. Okay, let's just go like reset that gait pattern. So just do a quick walk, 10 meters up, 10 meters back. Okay, then you're going to come back, and what you're going to do now, you're going to hit the other side. So that goes right up. Make sure it's right up under the groin there, okay? Now, so this time, you want to keep the pressure, the right. It's constantly pushing on that wall. As I said, if you've got a wall in the foot, it just helps to keep that pressure on and create a bit of proprioception as well, to constantly keep that pressure on. So the other leg straight, keep that pressure on the right leg, and just pull the strap up so your left hip hikes up. Hold that for 10. And then release. Pressure on the right, pressure on the right. You will feel that pressure switch off the right. So that's why it's good to have the wall. So we just constantly got that there. And then lift the left hip up again. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5,
4, 3, 2, 1, and then release back down. Good, left hip drops down, keep that right pressure on, pushing, and then lift up again. So 3 more after this one. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, release. Good, and then lift up again, hold. 4, 3, pushing with the right. 2, 1, release. Good, and then lift that hip up again. You can't see my hip lifting up, but I'm slightly just pulling on that strap, just ever so slightly. The movement is not going to be huge, especially if you're tight there, but you will start to create a bit more movement through that hip hike. And it's all about, as I said before, creating motor pattern control and controlling the hips, getting that coordination, the brain to hips to core, everything to work together. And release, keep the right leg strong. Last one, up. See my hip hiked up. You can see by the knee, cap lifted up a little bit. 2, 1, release back down. Okay, good. Same thing you're going to do again. You're just going to do your walk, 10 meters up, 10 meters back. So that's my mobility exercise for the sacroiliac joint. I only do 2 sets of that. Okay, so you're only going to do 2 sets of that, and I recommend it's gonna feel good, but don't get too carried away. Don't do too much, because loosening up the sacroiliac joint can cause other problems down the path, especially if you're training a lot. So if you've got an unstable sacroiliac joint and you go out and do a training session, I recommend to do this after a training session, so you've got time for it to recover and go back to normal before your next training session. So only do that 2 sets. So that's the 10 seconds on by 6 sets, 10-second hip hike by 6 sets. You can do 2 sets on each side. Just make sure you're walking in between as well. So that's my sacroiliac joint. I can definitely help you. Check out my website, aaronbuchan.com.